How about now? Mike. Hmm. Okay, I'll try to talk a little closer to the microphone. Is it still muffled? Better, huh? Okay. How about now? This is took my hat off. Maybe my hat was okay. Thank you. All right, let's get started. First things first, let's share my screen and go look at some stuff that's on the marketing. Actually, let's go check on the OpenSea, right? Mhm. Got a decent amount of stuff to cover today. Don't know why I can't hear. Oh no. So 34 listed. Hey, 71 ETH. Nice. We hit 74. There's some kind of bonus benefit with OpenSea. Forget what it is, but I remember in my notes 74 was like the number we wanted to get to. I think they add like some kind of check or something that makes you like super legit. So that's cool. 71 ETH. Huh. It's a lot of money when ETH was 4,000. I guess not, JJ. No, that's what they're saying. Oh, oh, what? Oh, the check mark's over here. You're right. I don't know. There's something about when you hit 74 ETH though. When we were talking to OpenSea, that there's a benefit. Maybe I don't know. What isn't a Ponzi scheme? I mean, after seeing the last couple days, I couldn't come earlier. My wife had to finish listening to Nothing Else Matters. Wait, what is that? Oh, that song? Nothing. Yeah, I know that's okay. I didn't know if it was like an. I don't have. I've been out of touch on Netflix and TV shows and music. Oh, Metallica too. That's great. That's awesome. That's wife material right there. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, you're right. This is pretty barren. That guy, okay, maybe got some good stuff going on there. Do 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 do. Let's check out this guy. Kind of getting up there in price now. Yeah, yeah. There's nothing here. Sorry, not to be mean to these good fellows. Shamrock, yeah, that's a good one. Halberd, good. Yep. Quarterback, good. All those are that's fairly solid. Ooh, ooh, the rolls are bad. Gold, fun guy, halberd. Yeah, those are all three good traits. Ooh, it's so barren. Oh my gosh. Anyway, all right, let's get started on any questions. Any questions before we get started? Anybody want to chat? I think Abdullah left. I think he was in the wrong room. Yeah, I saw a couple really nice ones go through. Really clean, really clean. Let's see what we're doing. Quest Slayer, Riddles, Korras, Revive. All right. So I'll probably just spam explorers. Look at recently sold. 12 people. Thank you all for being here. I was literally like, if I have 8, I was going to be happy today. 8 was my number because of just the sentiment and everyone. So I appreciate everyone greatly putting the time in here. Let's see, sales. Looks like this one got flipped for 20 cents. Or wait, what happened there? Okay. Clean though. Yeah, I really like this guy. This guy was really clean, I think. Gold halberd, gold hat. Still just slim pickings. I mean, most of this stuff's pretty good value though. Bloody axe, always a good pickup, especially if you want like a vampire. Yeah, that one's pretty clean. Man, if I had a better bow, so close. With Altura though, we can do some customization and skin. Like, there's a lot planned for like really customizing your NFTs down the line. Okay, let's get into the first talking point. I don't think there's any questions. Do we know how many tokens went unclaimed? I do. Well, I know roughly. I'm going to estimate. You can always go check the contract. Let's see here. The last I checked, I think there was 100 and no, 155 million, I want to say. I want to say 155, as they say in Austria, yeah, 155 million. And then, we've done some buybacks and we have the marketing wallet. I think the team controls around 200 million now. So 20%, I mean, which is what most companies start with or more, right? So we had no idea that many would go unclaimed, and we've actually honored a couple people that have come in after the deadline. We've had like 2. I'm not going to say we're going to do that forever, but I'm definitely going to, try to get people. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it was a lot. We didn't plan on it. We honestly thought 100 million was the high watermark. So yeah, yeah. No, I mean, definitely opens up the sex listing. I mean, if we ever want to do that, because now we have enough token. Because the sex listings, they at least want 10%, maybe more. Not that we're gonna do that, but it's just nice to have that in our back pocket. We got a lot of, we're keeping our runway and our burn rates good. Honestly, we're as healthy as honestly anybody I know, especially after the last couple of weeks. I mean, there was some crazy stuff with Treasure. Everyone kind of heard about that, and there's a couple more chains that are on life support right now. So, I mean, there's even rumors that Ripple and Cardano are going to merge. Have y'all heard this? Like, there's decent intel on that, but I haven't really, oh man, sorry, Crypto Carl. Yeah, it's a nice question for. Yeah, that's a big chunk. Yeah, great question though. Any other good questions? I am happy to go over. Let's pop into the first. Okay, ooh, this is really good stuff. I mean, I got good stuff today. Let's see here. And most of this is approved. All this is approved. I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble for any of this. All right. Oh, thank you. Is the exchange truffle for tokens on the table for us to do it? Should we manually be? Is the exchange truffle for token, or should we do it manually with bridging? It's not really on the table, but I mean, we kind of bend over backwards for people if we can. I would just say anybody, if that's you or someone, just put in a ticket and let's talk about it. I don't want to just like carte blanche that for everybody because I don't want to create a bunch of work and but yeah, just let us know. I mean, if it's a large amount of truffles, and we're always trying to save money for people and see what we can do. But I'm gonna say maybe on that. Maybe. Okay. So I don't want to start. The first thing on my list is such big alpha. I don't want to go with that one first, so I'm gonna wait. This is low hanging fruit. The move to Wyoming will be complete on May 1st. We started the in Austria. There's a 90-day cooling off period before you can kind of dissolve and move. So May 1st, we will be 100% in Wyoming. A lot of the infrastructure and back end and billing and all the tax IDs and all that good stuff are pretty much done. There's some little stuff to finish up, but yeah, May 1st, we will be in Wyoming, 100%. We are kind of migrating right now, but yeah, everything will be done May 1st. So that's big news. Woohoo! In Wyoming, we can do a lot more stuff. We quite a mix. Ethereum and Solana, we need to watch out that actually happens. Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think it. There's been so many corporations move to Nevada and Wyoming. I look, I feel like a genius because we were 2, 3 months ahead of that, and I've seen like 5 companies leave Delaware because traditionally Delaware and the British Virgin Islands, that's really where the smart people have their companies because of the protection of liability and the corporate veil and all this stuff. But yeah, everyone's moving out of BVI and everyone's moving out of Delaware for Wyoming and Nevada and Texas. And we looked at all 3 of those, and Wyoming was the best and the fastest and the cheapest and everything. Yeah, I got to go out to Wyoming someday. I want to go out there. I really do. It's got some friends out there, and that in Iowa, a lot of friends in Iowa. Okay, so yeah, but if Cardano and Ripple, well, Cardano has no activity. Like if you look at Cardano's, like anyway, I don't want to talk smack, but I could see them merging just because they're gonna have to do something to shake it up, and that would merge 2 cults, and it's always good to merge your cults. Usually, hey, what's up, Walls? I like your PFP, man. But yeah, so in Wyoming, a lot of stuff can happen. Austria is very restrictive on literally. I mean, the Austrian government is the only government on the planet that has sued Valve for the CS:GO and the CS:GO casinos and all that. So it's really interesting to see what we can do when we're in Wyoming when we don't have some of these restrictions. So moving on to the next talking point. Really want to give a shout out to our new dev Connor. He has been absolutely amazing. Literally just smash it, Winty. I owe you so much mead or kvass or whatever you drink. Winty introduced us to Fluke, which is awesome, and Fluke introduced us to Connor, and Connor has made Mazda's life so much better. Like I personally want to hug him sometime when I see him in the future because Mats is like, this guy can really handle it, and then Connor got in and saw the code and saw how things are ran pretty clean, and he's happy to be a part of the team too. So welcome, Connor. He is already completed a couple of really great tasks. One of them was bugging us for a year and a half, and he came in like 4 hours and just crushed it. It was just awesome. So everyone, you'll be hearing about Connor. He's part of our scaling up our dev concentration because we need dev hours. This project is ready to really invest heavily in our dev scaling. Shout out to Morig. Morig, as you all know, is an OG Dodoy. His name's Dodoy in Discord, but Morig is an OG, and he is doing some coding work. He's going to be assisting Connor. Connor's going to be our Nexus dev. He's going to be in the center. He's going to have Mats. He's going to have Rawcat. He's going to have Morig, all satelliting him and helping him, and then hopefully we just stay out of his way and let Connor just go to town. So yeah, no pressure on him. We're just gonna hype him up though, because that's what we do around here, because he's already impressed us. That leads me into, let me check chat. Winty, yeah, Winty is awesome. Yeah, cool. I'm new to the community, don't really know what's going on. Yeah, man. Well, we do an AMA every week and usually get 10 to 25 people, and we just spill alpha and listen to the community and make sure that because we're kind of a hybrid community takeover. I mean, the community created the Discord. The community does a lot of stuff for free, We have a lot of workers, our mods. I mean, we have a lot of people that work for free, and that's how we've survived. And our P&L looks good, and we're not stressing out. That's really without the community, we'd already be dead. Shout out to like BTB, NLO has been amazing. Our gaming DAOs that have come in, and that's really been the strength. So really, really appreciate you all and people on this call. I mean, everyone here is pretty much OG and put in the time. So, and some new people, but they're becoming OGs. When can anniversary boxes be open? We have obviously we talk about that every week because I think we're coming up on like 9 months, 8, 9 months on those. We're just gonna soup them up for you guys. They're gonna come though when that's my next talking point we can talk into. We've been waiting to finalize the code with Immutable on the Truffles NFTs, which is where you'll be able to buy truffles. The Action Point NFTs, where you'll be able to buy action points. Both of those are gonna be very, very affordable, very cheap. They're definitely not money grabs. And then portions of that will go towards the buybacks. I don't know if it'll be 50% like the NFT, the play to claim, probably 25%, a little bit less, because we're going to try to use that as our operating expense budget. And then our bigger sales use that for chart support and buybacks. The third NFT that'll be coming is Mycelium. Also spell books, spells. We want spells to be NFTs. I don't want to leak too much alpha about spells, but there's going to be rarity. There's going to be some like crafting. Certain spells are going to be hard to get. Certain spells will be easy to get, and there'll be a lot of competition for them. Remember, we're trying to drive a peer-to-peer economy. That's how we want to scale this thing. We don't want to just sell stuff from corporate. We want the players creating the means of production, creating NFTs, trading with each other, doing peer-to-peer transactions, and we'll take a 5 to 10% royalty on that. And again, a lot of that will go back to buybacks because we really want the token to be number go up utility. That's the ultimate utility of any token. And right now, that's really that's the narrative is buybacks. I think it's losing a little bit of steam in the market. It creates an artificial maybe supply and demand, but at the end of the day, it's one of the best ways to show that we believe in the corporation, we believe in the business, we believe in our users and our community. And when we buy the token, that proves that. And when we don't sell it, that proves it even more. So being fully circulating supply, we don't have any VCs. No one's going to dump on you all. It's really nice. But yeah, the anniversary gifts, I would say within the next 90 days, I promise. Probably sooner. I just don't want to overpromise on that because but we are going to beef them up. We're going to reward you guys with your patience. We're just going to really stock a lot of stuff into them. And Madukri has really cooked up some really good ideas for that. So that is what we're going to do. All right. I'm saving the big alpha for the end, by the way. I'm skipping through my talking points here. Immutable did reach out to us today, so they are helping us get the code finalized. There was a little bit of problem with some of the NFT stuff. And remember, we have to get the code to work in beta and then on our test net, and then we got to shift it to them, and then they have to replicate it and make it work and sign off on it, right? So there's a couple steps there. Speaking of Immutable, we have obviously a contract with them for marketing. We put it on pause. We actually paused it about 3 weeks ago. We had a decent spend in February. We doubled all of our socials. We doubled our Discord. We doubled our Twitter. Got a lot more audience. Brought in, I think maybe a 10% bump in player base. We have told them that we will look to spend more money. We were going to do end of April, beginning of May, but we're going to probably move into mid-May now. We just don't want to spend a lot of money into a negative sentiment market. It just doesn't work. You watch Google searches, you watch a lot of things. Why market sad? Can you fix? We can make it better just by being positive. I think a lot of people are doom looping right now. If you've been in the space, I've been in the space for 8 years, and I've been in finance. I was in finance for 19. As bad as it seems, this is really when the big money is made. This is when the life changing. Yeah. So anybody that's getting negative, you need to step away and really look at the big picture here, because as Lao Tzu said, you just have to wait for the bodies of your enemies to float by on the river. You're patient, and that's what's happened. I mean, a lot of people have left. I mean, we've seen a lot of people leave the space. So that? I'm just reading through my notes here. Oh, I noticed we're almost at our 2.5 millionth fight. Did anybody see that? So we've done a 500,000 fights in what, like 3 weeks? I don't know. I can go look, but that's crazy. I mean, like when I'm talking to advertisers and I'm telling them about, like if we can monetize the fights, like if I can say to the advertiser, like if I can, show your ad to every 10th fight or something, think about along those lines, like, if someone's able to watch an ad for more action points or watch an ad for more um, spores or truffle, we can do all kinds of things with ads, and they see that raw number of fights like that. That's a huge KPI they love to see. So, right. Oh, sorry. Did you buy? Oh man, I'm bouncing between. Oh, 17 people. Well, I'm gonna have to drink some kombucha here. Cheers. Hold on. 17's double what I thought we would have. So, mad, much respect. Thank you all. I'm very honored by the attendance. Um, moving on here. Let's see. Yeah, 2.5 million fight, right? Let's go look here. So if I hit fight, let's see. Yeah, 2,491. That's really crazy. Um, and remember, I mean, when we started the new UI, we reset the fights. I think we were almost 3 million fights when we reset the UI. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think so. All right. Next on the list. I'm gonna put this in the chat. Madukri said, any suggestions for the casual PvP tournament coming up? So there will be a casual PvP tournament probably in the next like 3 to 5 days. So if you have any of those suggestions. Ooh, JJ, you're hitting on my big alpha. You're gonna have to wait just 1 second. I got you. Yeah, that's my big finish. Is yep. So yeah, suggestions for that. Ooh, I did see in the discussion between Morig and Connor today that we are exploring ideas for scholarships on our side. I've been working with Immutable for a while. I talked to every chain under the sun before we made our chain decision. No one really has a tried and true. I mean, I even talked to GameSwift. Um, no one has a scholarship program really. I mean, Ronin I think has a couple workarounds. Even Treasure had a workaround, but none of it was like true scholarships. It was just kind of like, um, you know, like a hacky way to do it, right? But anyway, so we're gonna be looking for the scholarship ability not only to let people use your NFTs, but let people to use your token. Because remember, I am going to be doing my first wave of scholarships. I'm going to not give away. I'm going to allocate 25 million token to 25 people. I think I've got 23 signed up if I remember correctly. I have to check my list. But you'll be having 1 million token and then 10 NFTs pointed at your account, and you can start earning money and playing the game that much. And then we'll have a scholarship competition. And the more you play and the better you do, then the more gear you'll get, the more everything, really. JJ, you can just DM me and I'll put you on. Yep, absolutely. I think I have like a couple spots left. Oh, speaking of Easter, we will be doing an Easter event this year. I think it starts. I think Easter's on April 20th. I think it'll start 2 to 3 days before and go to the day after. Is typically what we've done with Easter. Um, yeah, I have a lot of Easter stuff too. New item? No, there will not be a new item unless Rawcat surprises us, which he has done before. We were gonna do a new item, but we're trying to get. Well, again, it's gonna lead in my big finish here. So hold on 1 second. Yeah, so scholarships for both NFTs and token is being discussed, and we will see if we can get that out. That'd be fantastic. Because we're having to do it on our side. We're not able to do it on chain. We're not able to do it through the L2. We're going to have to do it on our own. So there's going to have to be some kind of tooling on our back end. But yeah, scholarships is very important, and we want to use that to spike the DAU because we've had our DAU fall. A lot of that's the market, but a lot of it's also just people are kind of like, hey, I need new content, I need new ways to earn, I need new things to do. The other thing that's being talked about is the PvP cash tournaments. typically we've said, hey, we're going to do leagues and tiers, and that kind of still bifurcates the market. Then we said, hey, we're going to try to maybe just let you level down to be able to level down and fight somebody and level back up. And that gets a little hacky. So we are going to try to look at maybe some way for people to join a tournament and play, and everyone's at the same level. And then when you leave the tournament, you go back to the level that you were. I don't know for sure, but PvP with cash tournaments is on our, it's our battle plan to get, streaming up and content creators to come play and, get cash prizes. And win to earn is our narrative now. We're not play to earn. We're not play to airdrop. We're compete to win. Actually, I think we're going to go say compete to win instead of win to earn, because that's kind of played out. So compete to win. Um, there you go. Now it's 5:30. I got one more big thing of alpha left. Is there any other questions before I drop our big news of the day? Build a little suspense here. Is the by chance get 50% truffle still in effect? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'll ask Madukri to check on that. I don't think so. Oh, this is, oh, see, there you go. This is why yep, thank you. Oh, tiers are, I mean, they've been kind of like formally outlined. I mean, we're trying to add a ton of utility, right? We want people to constantly be like, I need to get a little more champs to get that next utility. But I think the tiers are going to be coming after what I'm getting ready to tell you next. Again, we're all in on this next patch. This next patch is really, really big. Um, okay, let me check my chats here. Mm-hmm. Nothing on Discord. Let me check Telegram. Oh, some chats over here. Okay. All right. And let me check my other question list. All right. Nothing there. Okay. Okay. Hopping all over the place here. Okay. Cool. Not urgent. Will we ever see new stats being tracked? I saw the Smurf cat 2 times yesterday. Whoa. That's JJ, you got some random RNG magic, dude. Definitely maybe I hate lottery. I don't what else can you do besides lottery if you're super lucky? I would do that. But yes, we've actually Morig has actually spun up some different views for us to be able to track some stats that we've always wanted. And yeah, there's a lot of stats we want to track actually, because we want to make sure that a lot of things are working. Okay, so wait, Castle. I usually go enough mystery, and everyone says it's 100% fight the Beatles. Oh, you're right. Okay, well, hmm. But is fighting a beetle better than going into the castle? Right? I don't know if is there any real you can get action points, right? Okay, so Leprechaun Explorer have some text that prevent you to fast forward. Yeah, I think there's a couple of triggers in the game that we want to have some kind of pop up with. I think it's on our list. I mean, it's on the yellow section. We have like a red, yellow, green, I think, and it's in the middle as top of like a middle priority. So yeah, Yeah, that is going to be down the line, but not too far. Not too far. All right. Is it possible to have a message pop up when you say Leprechaun if it says something? Are you sure you want to pet? Uh, yeah, have, have that instance. Another instance where people have had problems with like uh, accidentally re-rolling a quest and they didn't want to, or misclicking. So I think like high value interactions, we're gonna have some kind of like um, check here. Okay, sorry, my my 1.5-year-old is just crying outside my window by himself. Hello, people. It's a fake cry though. Getting good at that. 1.5. They start just manipulating you. I do fast forward 80% Leprechaun. Or is there a reason it hasn't been added in the game? Honestly, I don't know the answer if there's an exact reason why it hasn't been added, but I'll have to ask. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm getting some chats here. Some funny chats. Okay, I'm getting solicited by a couple people too. That's hilarious. Hey, that's fun. Come on in. DM, slide in my DMs. If I have seen the cat once I started playing, is the autoplay feature being worked on the one on the middle of the top screen during battles? Wait, which? Oh, right here. Um, that's a great question. That's a great question. I think we took it off because of like we were just in a rush to get I think the UI update done. I just don't think we ever turned it back on. It's a fantastic question. Um, Let me add it to my questions for the devs on Sunday. 1 second. All right, I'll ask them on that. Perfect. I think there was a reason. I think it was throwing off some kind of code or something. I can't remember. That's a great question. Another idea could be choose different levels of leprechaun to fight harder to kill. Yeah, I think it was bugging. Any other idea could choose different levels to fight harder to kill leprechaun, higher reward like a boss. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot we're gonna do with the leprechaun. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a lot. There's gonna be a lot there. That's all I'm gonna say on the leprechaun. It's just not okay. It's just not the top priority at this exact moment because the top priority, and I'll go ahead and drop some alpha here. So the next patch, um, really hoping like next 2 to 3 weeks. They're gonna probably get mad for me putting a time on it, but I got to give you guys a time roughly. I'm hoping 2 to 3 weeks we have the new patch out, which will be season 3 of Reign of Power. We're gonna take a little bit off on it because we have some bugs to fix. But the main reason is we're gonna try to launch spells at the same exact time as season 3, so that there's gonna be a lot more um, meta, a lot more interaction, and then also, like I said earlier, we are trying to cook up a way to breathe life into PvP with people going after the progressive jackpot, for people wagering, for people watching each other's battles, for the ability for streamers to battle and make money, like in tournaments and hourly. So season 3, Reign of Power and spells, we're trying to launch those all together. Spells are being tested. We're beta testing them. We have a meeting tonight to go over every single spell, just to double check that like we like the mechanic and the stuff about it. Will season 3 Reign of Power have cost? I don't think so. I think it's going to be the last season with no cost. Because again, we don't want to have a cost in truffles if you can't buy truffles. And I don't, I think Immutable is going to come through this week and help us, but they've been slammed with some DDO. I mean, they've been getting attacked and some crazy level stuff for a couple weeks. Um, or I think it's cooled down, but I mean, they were heavily being attacked for a while there. Just like we got attacked. I mean, it just seems like everybody gets attacked in a rotation. They just rotate around, you know. So I think they've got it under control, but I don't think it'll have a cost. I don't. And then once it has a cost, the prizes are going to go up tremendously, right? Because we want to have a progressive jackpot. We want to have basically, ability to win back part of the truffles you spend with the jackpot. And then the leaderboards can be beefed up with token winnings and higher value targets, right? So that's yeah. I need those special heals with no healing. Yeah, the themed heals, each heal for a different theme or a different mechanic is in the works. But we think when you see the spells, believe me, priests are gonna be heavily relooked at. You're gonna have to really think priests with the spells. There's just a lot. Um, I'm not saying we're targeting priests, but we're not targeting priests because we don't want one class. You know, thanks, Carl. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, really appreciate it. Well, the Kings of the Hills from season 2 to named the okay, well, you give the Kings of the Hills from Oh, yeah, the idea of the idea of making yeah, I think we're going to end up doing that. Yeah. Where I want to do some kind of like mintable down the line where from each season you get a badge that's mintable on chain and then that badge has a benefit, right? Where you want to win season or you want to win each season of Reign of Power not only for the rewards but also for a, benefit, like maybe an area of effect for your party or something, right? Just different things we can do. But yeah, yeah. I don't want to give too much away on that either. So, when are we making gestures great again? The spells will really do that. Like you're gonna be. I mean, confuse is really overpowered if you get lucky, right? I mean, confuse can really win. I mean, you can really like right now if you're lucky and you play a jester, you can almost win any battle. Um, with a certain couple builds, but you got to get lucky. And yeah, if right, and then also we're gonna change hard hits a little bit because I think hard hits need to be more viable, and we want people to take those risks more, right? Like if you get a confuse off and you hit a hard hit, you might just win the whole match from those two lucky things, right? So is it yeah, hard hits are yeah they're way too inconsistent. I mean it'd be cool if hard hit also maybe had like another effect like a mana drain, right? So there's a lot of game theory we can do with that. But again, we got to get spells out to you all because the spells are going to completely change everything. Like, I mean, I think we got 30 of them. We're only going to release like 10 to start. But, but yeah. Um, is it true a new mage class will come with a percentage of increase to spell ability? Is it true? Is it true a new mage class? Hmm. I don't think so. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. The devs kind of they keep some stuff hidden from us, keep us on our toes. To increase to spell ability. After tons of doing battles RP, the jester the lucky part feels off for most. Those 60 shit don't. Yeah, exactly. So that's some of the stats we're starting to track and look a little harder is to make sure that the percentages are meeting out actually, but um, we haven't got that granular with gestures yet. I think the other class that hasn't received lots of love are the Warriors. Yeah, Rawcat's a big Warriors fan, and he's in your camp, JJ. He's like, when are we gonna make Warriors great again? So, all right, we're 542. I want to go ahead and yeah, Warriors don't feel like Warriors. So true. So true. Again, I think spells are gonna give Warriors a lot more too because there's a couple spells that if you land them, I mean, you could take control. You take tempo, like you take tempo of the fight and you win, like just from that one spell. So, um, let's get spells out. And then we're gonna need you all. I mean, beta testing for spells will probably be announced, I'd say, in a week or so. I mean, we're back in beta testing it ourselves right now, but um, we do want to have, we have a beta testers channel, so we'll be talking to you all. Let's see. So 5:43. I like to wrap a little early, and let me see. We got 12 people. Yeah, we've lost a couple people, so I don't want to ramble. Scholarships. I think I went through. Yep, I went through everything on my list. So let's do a 2-minute warning. And any other questions? And we'll call it a day. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I did miss something. Dungeons will probably be after the Reign of Power spells NFTs patch. So we're trying to get the NFTs for Immutable, which will be part of the anniversary gift, spells, and Reign of Power. We're trying to get all of that in the next patch. Those are 3 moving parts, but our goal is to get a huge patch, like a monster patch. And then on top of that, I'm not promising it with the patch, but we are, like I said, exploring options to make PvP work, and then also scholarships work. No timelines on those, but we are talking about it. Oh, thank you, Ganja Killer, man. Appreciate it, OG fan. You're welcome. Yeah, we show up every week. Sometimes with a lot of stuff, sometimes a little, but we're here. Yeah, we probably should push the AMAs a little more, like on Twitter. Um, one spell I need is one where I can summon Mats, and then he proceeds to clap my. um, that's another thing that needs to be rewarded more is beating Matsta's character. He almost needs a hill. He just needs a Matsta hill where there's just always a Matsta there, right? It's a good idea though. Yes, I mean there's a lot of we're trying to make this patch really really. We're trying to get back to like publishing our change log and letting you guys see all the stuff we're doing, and we're really really investing in developer hours. We that's the big focus. There will be a batch of probably 44 play to claims sold on Easter on April 20th. So if you want to see if the market bounces, how's the market doing actually right now? I haven't looked. Yeah, 79. That's yeah. Yes, JJ 44 or 42. 42. The answer is 42. I think we're just going to stay at the same pricing, right? I mean, I don't I guess I don't think we're going to move the pricing much. We don't really want to disservice anybody that bought before. 42. Okay, yeah, 42. Walton, 42 it is. The answer to the universe. But yeah, I think the price will be the same. That's limit. I I don't know. I don't know. Probably a purchase limit, like a per limit, yeah, like per transaction. But no, we really want people that are buying to get their fill because yeah, something like that. Yeah, I know. I got some powder stacked up to buy token, but I really want to grab a couple more. I just miss rolling play to claims. That's like it's like the funnest thing out there. It's a roll one, see what you get, and no idea. And that yes, all gestures. All right, so 2-minute warning. We'll do another one, and I'll do some explorers real quick, and we'll call it a day. Yeah, I even floated like a reroll, like a reroll NFT. I'm like, you can buy truffles and reroll, but if you just want rerolls, maybe we could just offer a discount for people going straight for rerolls. Because part of getting a perfect character is like that's like part of the game. Thank you, JJ. Appreciate you being here, man. Love your passion. Always passionate like me. What's your sign? Are you a Cancer? What's your astrology sign? Leo. Yeah, there you go. Instead of okay, that would be nice. Yeah. Yeah, like exactly. Like you win like 10 rerolls. Thanks, Philomen. Awesome, brother. All right, well, you all are really welcome. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. do it one more minute. Is there anything else? Anybody else? Really appreciate everyone. Like I said, honored. And see what happens this week. Awesome. Well, thank you all. Have a great week. See you next week. Cheers.